Right guys, Philip Dwyer here beside Tralee Courthouse here today. Just been with Michelle Keane. You've seen her statement there she's after making. She's got a ruling on an interlocutory injunction. And who do we bump into? Only the one and only Ross LAHiVE. Ross Ross is up for mention today about his court case in relation to an incident where he went into protest against a drag queen story hour where creche children, like juveniles, were being, let's say, indoctrinated, let's call it. And groomed is another word I would use as well. And you went in to air your concerns about that, and you've been accused of all. I looked at the trial, Ross, all sorts of nonsense about assault and everything else. No such thing occurred in my view. I was looking at the footage. So you're in it. This is an appeal, is it, for mention?
Yeah, it's an appeal. I'm out on bail right now. I got a 3 months prison sentence because I disturbed a drag story event for children. I was actually attacked when I had photographic evidence. It was all scratched up and marked up, and the DPP didn't feel that was important and they just pushed it aside. But everything that they accused me of, they ramped it up to the nth degree and made it sound a lot worse than what it actually is. And the judge was totally biased towards me, Judge Muddy Waters, in here today. He was like saying how fantastic it was to have the video footage so he could protect me. But if you look at all the comments on social media, and it went mega viral, and I'm being very conservative here, and I'm not bragging or anything like that, we're 30 million plus. It goes viral every so often, and it's a million. And when you read through the comments, they would completely contradict Judge Waters, what he would have to say, and even people say it went further, because this is an absolute destroying innocent minds. Reading, dressing up in drag, reading gay stories to children. What's the purpose of it? Why don't they go into old folks' home prisons and things like that? Why are they so
we need
intent?
to protect our children.
100%.
Stand up for our children.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't sign up my 2 children, you know, for this nonsense, this woke ideology nonsense.
Absolutely.
We need Trump here to get rid of this wokeness out of Ireland.
Sorry, good contribution.
Michelle, thank you. You know, and I know that the justice system in this country has gone rogue. I've been under the cosh, you've been under the cosh. Actually have the justice system endorse this drag queen story or stuff, this grooming of children is actually very, very terrifying, really.
It's
for
very
parents, children, for society in general. And as I said, it's important that you're fighting this.
100%. It's a complete indoctrination, and these judges are politically appointed as well. You feel like you have the sense of their minds are already made up before they even come to the conclusion.
And it's there, Darren, was a barrister with red tubes.
Oh, okay.
That's just let me do the interview, please. Too. You know, thanks. So,
the judges are completely politically appointed. They don't care for justice. They're happy for the indoctrination of children, and they clearly show that. I also want to mention as well,
it's like it's made official, really. Under the law.
Right. And I just want to mention as well, Michelle's been attacked with a Kerry eye and all that. I felt I had a very similar experience. You know, the Sunday World and all that.
It's pure harassment. And it seems to be the Wild West for them.
And it's like they don't read the room, because they're not on board with how the vast majority of people feel out there. I mean,
but even yesterday, Ross, people were watching the media reporting on my case yesterday, and they said that every time the judge mentioned something negative, they wrote down all the negative comments.
I picked up on that, yes.
That never were they writing anything positive. But look, thankfully now to people like Philip O'Dwyer there, for reporting on social media the truth of what's happening in court case. And that's what people are watching. They're watching social media. They're not buying these rags and papers.
I think the media, the legacy media, the mainstream media, whatever you want to call it, it's dying a death right now. This is death rows.
Nobody's buying these
and when
papers.
an animal is dying, it kicks out
But they're not. They're behind. You know, when you get a story, if it's on social media, it's there. Everyone can see it. You're not waiting 24 hours or a week for the tablets to print this rubbish.
And it's fantastic because
If you look at Helen McEntee's statement, where she turned around and she said that about children not attending school, there's huge absenteeism in school. Basically, parents have decided to remove their children because it's not safe for them anymore.
No, it's not.
And
look, we need to fight for our children.
We had one of the best education systems in the world. We've had
fighting for our children.
Appreciate it, lads.
Thank you, Ross.
We've had one of the best education systems in the world back in the 90s. We were like top 10. And now it's all about indoctrination. Now. There's not many subjects that they're not indoctrinating.
Look at what's done to Enoch Burke.
Oh, I actually met Enoch Burke.
Captured by
He's a lovely
communism.
man. He's very what you see is what you get. There's no airs of graces about him.
No, he's a gentleman.
And he treats everyone the same, with the same respect. That's my personal.
Every street's named after him.
Yeah, fair play to him. And he's bringing the world's attention to Ireland.
Yes, he
They're
is,
talking about him on podcasts like Joe Rogan. They're referring to a man being banged up in prison for refusing to use pronouns. And when the average person hears that,
But look,
they
I
rebel
feel very
against it.
positive after the march in Dublin when over 100,000 people came back.
And the one in Cork's
and the
gonna be
one in
bigger.
Cork.
When they're saying the one in Cork's going to be bigger,
Yeah.
Yeah, just make this a Ross with LAHiVE interview. Like,
Sorry.
we can have a podcast another time. Like,
Okay, sorry.
Thank you very much, Ross, and best of luck, Philip. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
We're,